And hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Cards Senpai. Thank you guys for joining. The topic of the day is why do we collect cards? Okay, so as you can see, I have some Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and people who've been card collecting for a long time. You can see Digimon, Emperor Greymon, Rayquaza, and Exodia. Some of you guys are familiar with the cards, some of you guys are not. And the topic today is why do we collect cards? So I believe, in my opinion, why do we collect cards? I think we collect cards due to its exclusivity. So just like anything else, right? When we collect cards, we want some of things that are very exclusive and what others cannot have. I think that we collect cards because it's more also like a status symbol. Just like money. When we buy nice cars, Bugattis, Lamborghinis, we buy things to prove to people I can buy this and you can't buy it because there are very limited of them around the world, right? So I believe that's what card collecting is. People got into card collecting recently. There was a boom back in 2020. Luckily, I was been collecting even before COVID, so I got myself a pretty decent collection, and I wanted to express what I feel that what changed in the market. So a lot of the times people nowadays they all get into this card investing. As you can see, many people make so many YouTube videos about card investing. What is the hype? When is the next hype? When is the next boom? What cards to invest? This and that. And for some reason people lost the meaning of collecting cards, right? This video is gonna talk about again, why do we collect cards? Do we collect cards only because of the money? Because we love the cards, because the cards have some sentimental value, because they are our favorite thing to collect, whether it's their characters, some some sentimental value, maybe some cherished memories that you guys had a long time ago, and maybe things that you guys want to, I would say, uh maybe, who knows, some bring back some happy times from when you were a kid. So for example, right, this Shibuya Pikachu. Maybe some of you guys know this is a Pokemon Center Shibuya Pikachu that I picked up back in 2019 when the Pokemon Center and Shibuya opened up. Notoriously the most famous one, the one with the Mewtwo. Again, everyone's been to it, everyone's maybe seen it, and if you guys did not know, this card was presented to you if you visited it. Okay, so for this card, this I have this on a PSA 10, so but I still cherish the raw card version of it because again, the memories that it took for me to get this card. It made me remember most of my happy times when, again, before the COVID, when Pokemon Center first opened, when I physically got the card myself, is what makes it very special to me more than the PSA 10. And another, I talk about exclusivity, right? Why do we collect cards? Exclusivity. Again, if you guys have not basically been around for long, this is a lenticular Deoxys card, only available in Japan. This card is very, very, very rare. Never printed in English or other languages, just Japanese. As you can see, it's very unique. You can see three forms of Deoxys. You can see the defense form, attack form, and speed form, right? So again, exclusivity is key when it comes to collecting cards. It may not be compared to like a Pikachu Illustrator, trophy cards, but again, it's a card that's very hard for people to obtain, is why we collect cards. Collecting cards that are, very scarce, very, I would say, very hard for other people to get, especially if you live in Japan, right? Japanese cards are more open, but recently Japanese cards have been flowing through the market online, going around the western side. And from my experience, western collectors, believe it or not, I dealt with so many, they flip cards mainly for the profit compared to European, Asian collectors, where most of them, they are more of a die-hard collecting fan. a lot of them collect really exclusive high-end cards to, upgrade their collection. At the same time, you kind of have this group, this community that you guys can grow and maybe have I would say a small group of people that you want to collect with. And that's what the hobby is for, right? We're here for enjoying. We spend our money for things that are, like, I would say, that holds dear to us. That's maybe your favorite Pokemon, maybe your favorite trainer, maybe your favorite, I don't know, promo, maybe your favorite uh you know promo, maybe jumbo, maybe some special figure. We just collect things that makes us happy and maybe that we could share throughout our friends, family, and something that we can even share to our kids, right? So here's another exclusivity, which is the Masaki Gengar. Again, only printed in Japanese. Okay, so this card is very rare. Again, if you did not know, this card was sent. If you wanted to get this card, you would want to trade with a hunter, and they would mail you back a Masaki card. A lot of times these cards will get an indent on when you receive that envelope. The tabs would be on, if I'm not mistaken, on the top left, bottom right. But yeah, this card has recently exploded in price. But for a Gengar fan, Gengar like collectors, this is the holy grail Gengar card out there in the market. And again, not many of them floating around the market recently for such a cheap price. So if you ever see this card in a good price and you're a Gengar fan, and if it's on a good condition, I suggest getting it, because I don't see this card dropping in value anytime soon. And here's a card that's maybe not so rare but very iconic. Again, you can find this card almost anywhere. The CD promo, Japanese Charizard. This is not the 2016. This is not the Evolutions one. In the English part, this is the Japanese one. Again, this card is so iconic from the Pokemon Red. Everyone knows Charizard, very iconic. Pikachu mascot, you can say, which is debatable. And yeah, this card brings back so much nostalgia from if you're playing the game. Again, this card, for me, this card means more to me more than the base set. Because yes, the base set, it was my childhood, but the iconic, I grew up maybe not playing much a lot of the Pokemon card game, but more of the video game. Maybe that's why I'm more fond of this card more than the base set. But yeah, CD promo Charizard, very iconic. Again, not printed in English. Again, not so scarce. But again, we find this card very valuable because nostalgia. And why do we collect, right? Collect it because it brings memories. And here's a rare card. I wouldn't say rare, but a card that very underrated. Not many people know about the VS series. What I call the Sleeping Moonbryon. The VS series only printed in Japan. I believe when people say that Aquapolis Expedition is the rarest set, I think that not many people know about the Japanese market. They don't know that Japanese cards were really, I would say, were more, how can I put this into good perspective terms? Japanese cards, they don't really focus a lot on overprinting, but just printing enough to meet its demands compared to the West side or maybe other countries that they would reprint. Japanese would print cards and basically that's it. So people who collect Japanese cards, I would say it would give a greater value to you if you collect even modern, because Japanese companies, they don't really reprint a set often compared to other foreign countries in their exclusive language cards, right? Japanese cards print for like maybe what, two cycles, and basically that's it. The set is done. But Japanese cards are very, 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 very different. It's a different market compared to the, I would say, European Western side. Very different market down here. If you live in Japan and you've been collecting cards for a long time, if you're Japanese, if you're a foreigner, why not reach out? Let's make a collaboration, and then maybe we could share what really goes down here in the market here in Japan. The market in Japan is very different. A lot of people on the Western side, they think they know the market, they think they know sales, because again, they a lot of sales go through eBay, go through, maybe some of them, they go on Whatnot, they sell online, but they still don't know. They think they know because they see Mercari, they see all these kind of websites, but in terms of understanding what sells, what demands the market is in the modern day, is very, very different. Unless you live here and you understand what is going on, I would say you do not know what the market in Japan is. So yeah, here's another Moonbryon. It's a VS series. For me, it's a more rare card than that modern Moonbryon. Something that if you want to keep, and I would say hold long term, that would do very well. I say it's this card. Again, why? It's not printed. It's not like that Evolving Skies or EV Heroes Moonbryon. People calling that the Umbreon of Umbreon cards, which for me, I give that card up top maybe 2 more years and that card will drop in price. There's a lot of market manipulation going on around now, like right now, as you can see from the Pikachu Van Gogh, a card that's very, very popular and got manipulated like crazy. And if you guys don't know, let me show you an example. Where is the, here, this card right here. We got the Pikachu Van Gogh. This card got manipulated like crazy, and I believe that's the Moonbryon, because many people, they all try to think that the Moonbryon is the best investment. It's this and that. It's just all hype. It's all hype. Okay. A lot of times people like to say it's the best alt art. For me, the best alt art is the Mewtwo. Oh, sorry. Where's that? The Mewtwo for me is the greatest. Is the greatest alt art because of just how iconic. Again, I like English, but Japanese is where I have to say it's king. Again, I love Japanese cards. I've lived in Japan and I've seen the difference. Japanese cards are just literally built different. Why do I collect Japanese cards? For me, it has a more I would say original feel to it. Again, I collect both, so I can say both. I can say whatever I want for both. I can compare both, whatever. I say Japanese is king because, again, cards in Japan are harder to pull compared to English, which is, you would see, maybe you see your Shining Lugia, Shining Ho as a promo in your boxes, but in Japan you actually have to pull the card. People don't realize that the Rayquaza VMAX is actually even more harder to pull than that Moonbryon. But again, it's how the market goes, right? But again, don't be fooled by market manipulation. So why do we collect cards, guys? Please let me know your comments down below. If you would like to maybe do a collaboration, maybe do some I would say some rants, please feel free to comment down below. If you want to message me, you can reach out to my Instagram, Card Senpai. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.